when the old bank was here, I used to sit in this car park, probably somewhere around this area, and I just used to drink a can of Chuhai before I went in the house. It was a really bad habit. So now I'm outside the house again, but this time there never used to be that crap outside the house. There is now. So I just went and bought some clothes because it was cheap, and M-size clothes, when they have a discount, it's really good. So I've been meaning to get a pair of jeans or denims for ages, and I got one pair for 3,000 and another pair for 2,000. And then I went next door to a second-hand shop, and I got these socks they were pretty cheap, good quality socks for what was it, 750 minus 30%, so that's about 500 yen for 3 pair. And because I want to start walking or running, I got myself a pair of Adidas shoes for 3,000 yen, just over. So that was quite all right. So I'm very happy about that. So things are changing. I need to exercise. Is my neighbour taking her clothes off? Wow. No, she's not. So I need to exercise, lose some weight. I think I've lost... Well, I used to be 110 kilograms. I'm about 106 kilograms now, I think. But I need to get... my first objective is to get to stage 1 of warning signs for blood pressure, which is about between 140 and 120 and 160 upper. I don't know if it's dystolic or whatever. Well, that's a lower one, and then under 100 for the lower value. So then if I can get to there, then that's a start. At the moment, this last week, I've been 160 and sometimes under 100, but generally about 100, 103. So this is a good start, I think. I'm not taking the tablets. I should have done it a long time ago. Stop taking the tablets and lose weight. And stop drinking. Well, I drank on the weekend, but I had about a week with no beer, and I had about 4 days with no alcohol whatsoever. So I think that helped. But like I said, the main change is going to be starting this exercise. Like, I walk up and down stairs. I was just like, because I've been on. If you can subscribe to me on TikTok, I'd love it. There's only about 27 people watching me. If you can subscribe to TikTok, I'd appreciate it. And like some of my videos, I'd appreciate it. I asked the other day, but no fucker did it. Maybe one. Ken from South Africa said no problem. So I hope he's done it. And because TikTok, they say they call old people 30. If you're over 30-year-old, well, I suppose we are. But we're still kicking. So usually I work every day, but today all I did was I went to the electricians and I just put on a bit of wire and a bit of steel. That's it. That's all I've done today, which is very, very rare for me, because usually I'm always doing something. Looks like there'll be no Sakura Festival this year. Well, people will come to see it, but I don't think there'll be any stalls. But we'll see. So I've been watching TikTok, and there's this charming young man from London, and he's got a nice way of speaking. He's just got a lovely personality, and I can't talk now. I used to talk because this I don't have the Sheffield accent, because when I came to Japan, I had to stop speaking like I was from Sheffield because people found it difficult to understand. I make an effort to pronounce my H's, but sometimes I fail. Like I say, once you change, you change. Crumbly. Crumblio. That's an interesting name. I don't think you've been here before, have you? Crumbly. I must admit, out of there's more strange names than interesting names or funny names. That's a likable name. All right, Murray. That's a likable name, though, Crumbly. And there was one guy, I forget I think he was from Jamaica, and I should write these names down. He had a really fucking interesting name, and it's one of those when you see him and you think, oh, I like that. That's nice. That's good. And then there's some like Murray who just use the regular names. Oh, Geek's turned up. All right, pal. Yeah, so like, if I started to speak like I used to speak, people would start calling me fake. Murray, there was a fake Chick Murray. That's a famous Scottish comedian whom I never found funny because he was like from the 1940s and 50s, I think. So, okay, what does that mean? Does that mean just a one little laugh? Because in Japan, if they put either grass, kusa, if they put the kanji for grass or they say KKKKK, that means it's not an advanced form of Ku Klux Klan. It just means to laugh. If you go back to this, oh, fucking found my keys. I couldn't fucking see those. I was looking for the keys for the bike. I knew it was they had to be in the restaurant or the truck. They were fucking hiding behind the sock. Thank God for that. So I was just talking earlier in this video about buying some clothes, and I said yesterday I bought some running shoes, 3,000 yen. So that's good. There were some red running shoes, but in Japan, the feet, they're just so small, like size 26. Oh, really? A maiden name. Oh, maiden name. I think I'm thinking Christian name. Maiden name's Murray. Okay. So what have you taken on Murray? Is Murray not your real family name then? Are you talking to me, Murray, or what? Yeah, I'm okay. Or are you talking to Geek, yeah? Early morning, you in at Geek? Uh-huh. Did you Crosby, Stills and Nash? She's a Canadian. She's a Kiwi lesbian, isn't she? And they asked him to be the sperm donor. Fuck, she's not only a lesbian, she's got bad eyesight. Is he dead now, that? Speaking ill of the dead. I'm a bastard. Do you know any famous lesbians, Geek? Warwick. Where's Warwick? Is that Midlands? Midlands, isn't it? My neighbour's just turned up. Stan, famous thingy song, innit? My neighbour's just turned up. She's very small, but she's cheeky, if you know what I mean. I think she's a designer or something, or advisor. But she usually drives a Porsche, but I think this is her son's car. So her son was like very small like her, but then I guess he's a teenager now because he's driving the car. So I guess he's 17, 18. In Japan, if you're at a public school, you can't drive. You can't take driving lessons. You can't do a driving course. So both my kids have got the driving license. A lot of people have got the driving license, but they haven't got a car. So my daughter went on a 1-week course to do a driving lesson. So I promised if I win on the lottery to buy her a car, maybe a Mini. And then there's there's so many people with a gold license, which means they haven't been involved in an accident, and but they're terrible drivers. They've got no. I don't know if it's. I'm sure it's. I'm guessing it's the same in the Western world. If you're signalling to someone, you flash your red lights for them to give them the right of way or whatever to turn left, turn right, or come in front of you. But in Japan, they just sit there and they don't flash the lights. They just so there's no indication of what they're going to do, what they want you to do, and you can. So I'm just wondering. So last night when I got home, I had sushi, and then when I got home, I bought a pizza. I was pissed, drunk. I bought a pizza for 250 yen or something, and then I had a sausage, which I cut up, and then there were like some tomatoes left in this can, and so I put that on the pizza, then put that in the oven, then put that in the toaster oven, and it looked like I should have took a photograph of that. And then they had a bottle of wine. So this is my thing. I just fucking like wine and Italian food. Pasta is great. Not so much wine with a cheese sandwich. It's got to be a beer with a cheese sandwich. What did you have to eat tonight then, Geek? Murray, what did you eat? I wonder if... you guys still there? Well, in the fridge, I bought two frozen meals the other night. One was bolognese sauce, and the other one was carbonara. Just a salad. Remember when we were kids, we used to have the salad, and it's fucking so good actually. But in Japan, they don't have big cucumbers like we do in. I'm sure the rest of the world. The cucumbers are just so small. But I used to love the salads, with the big slices of cucumber. That was nice, and the vinegar, salad cream. Did you buy it? Did you buy it like that, geek? Or did you make it? I don't like the American barbecue sauce. I don't like that at all. The Japanese ones are really nice. When if you have if you have the they've got several sauces in Japan. If you just get you can do it at home usually when you have a family and you just get the raw meat and you just cook it yourself. It reminds me, I haven't been to the last time I go to this. I used to have a beer, and I used to do it maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I'd go and have a beer, maybe a salad, and then I started getting less and less money. Story of my life, and I stopped going in. But the last few times I've been, they always say I'm fucking full up or something like that, or they're booked up. So I just haven't bothered. But I used to enjoy the heart and the liver. That was nice. But the thing, you can buy liver so fucking cheap here, like a big piece of liver for a few hundred yen, and they charge you 100 yen something for like 3 really fucking minute pieces. Well, you're gonna get it now, 3 o'clock in the morning. What time is it now? Is it 6? So 4 o'clock in the morning. You're gonna Vons. I don't. You have one called Bushes or something, don't you? Blackwell Bushes. Yeah, that's when I first came to America, and I was amazed by Vons, the 24-hour supermarket. Yeah, those salads at the at that barbecue, that restaurant I'm talking about now, with the sticks of meat, yakitori, and they had nice salads. They were quite good. And I think I used to take in an avocado and slice up the avocado on it. But one thing there with those little cherry tomatoes, I don't like those. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have beans on toast regular then, geek? I thought beans on toast and chip sandwiches, French fry sandwiches, they were very strange for American people. I also used to sometimes take in walnuts, put those in the salad. The woman coming out of the shop now she used to teach my kids piano. She taught me as well. No, really good. Yeah, the veggie one mainland, and they were like $1.09, which is really fucking cheap. It seemed that the Americans weren't didn't like them. Yeah, in America, I think it's called Watts in New Zealand, Australia. They have the Kiwis and Aussies. They're just like English, British. They like their old beans on toast. Yeah, I remember saying this. I shared the flat. I had this flat that was my guarantor like looked after me for the first year. First, in fact, all the 3 years. And I met this American photographer. His claim to fame was that he photographed Robert De Niro's family, and he's such a fucking arsehole, this guy. He was supposed to be getting married to this Japanese woman, and he asked her, "Is it okay when we're married? Is it okay to sleep with other Japanese women?" Because these are the things that he'd heard. Plagued by drop bears. Who are you talking to there, Murray? How did what go? Yeah, there's, you can always have, I don't know if you do. The one thing that we don't have in English breakfast is the ashed potatoes. Biting bears in Australia. Well, never heard of those. Oh, really? I don't know. I don't know if this splits up or it's he upset. I can't remember. It'd be like I say, he was a bit of a fucking knob. So, hello, Proto. I don't think I've seen you before. Where are you from? Or you just saying hello? Yeah, well, I used to train every day, and he fucking complained because I'd left my washing in the basket, and he said it stunk. Well, when you fucking play judo and you fucking train every day, your fucking stuff stinks. The twat. Yeah, no sign of Orion. I wonder if he's moved on. But difficult to fucking move anywhere now, isn't it? Ed, glad you've shown up. Ed, what do you think you can get those pills? Can you get those pills over the counter, those slimming pills? Just wondering if you can send me some. Oh, the Hezra, yeah. They can take his penis. Listen, white man, we saw you in that sex film. You don't know how to use a penis, so we are taking it from you. Can you send those overseas? Can you? I guess not. Because I think they banned some quite innocuous ones. So, but I believe that in Japan and Korea they were in the 1940s and 50s. Everybody was on fucking uppers. Sock puppet accounts. She knows, you know. That's what Yorkshire people, working class people used to say about young kids. She knows, you know. Why do you need a blood test? So what? And how does that? How does the underactive thyroid affect your body? I'm running, walking/running this week. Gain weight and lose energy. Well, I don't really want to fucking gain weight. Yeah, you know when people say, "Oh, you're just losing water," and I've noticed when my legs were seeming, they just seemed like fucking not bloated is the right word, but they seemed full. When I put my socks on, there was just like a ridge, and then I found out that old elderly people, as opposed to young people, they store water in their legs. Stop me if you've heard this. And then when you go to bed, the water returns to your blood, and then the blood passes the water to your bladder, and then you want to piss. You was up for 24 hours, no? Did you get a what? Did you need a doctor's prescription for it? Maybe that's what I should do. Stop up for 24 hours. I'm trying to think what I was watching on fucking thing the other night. Trump took Adderall, and what does that do? That's weight loss and got side effects. I think I need to take bladder all or all bladder. Saw a nice red jacket today, but it was like 16,000 yen. It was in What's this little girl doing outside the house? Who's she with? Maybe she's run on from her mum and dad. Oh, she's running like crazy now. She's okay. Well, she's just stopped and turned round. Yeah, I was watching Jennifer, what's her name, the famous actress. They said, I don't know how Americans can do that to the kids. They can give drugs to the hyperactive kids. You know, just fucking tie them down. Yeah, but that's one of the best things, best news I've had this year, when Twitter banned him. That's great. But I don't know, but you think, is it, they're saying in America they give them sugar or there's too much sugar in the stuff. Why don't they just stop giving them sugar in the fucking drinks and the food? Yeah, I was watching Trump slagging Biden off about his college or something like that, and he's saying, "Oh, you were the bottom of your class" or something like that. What a fucking immature cunt he is. My neighbour's from the side. There's an orange side in front of him, and it looks like he's performing like a sexual exercise. But but I think he's just exercising, maybe doing squats. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Murray. Just stop. You know, like in England. Well, I think what we used to have as kids was called Alpine Pop, and I think, and they lasted a week. They were 10 pence each, really cheap, and we would have that for all the kids for the week, like 6 different flavors, maybe about a liter or 2 liters. But now I think the kids in England and anyway they're getting these little boxes of fucking sweetened juice, but they're just fucking loaded with sugar, and it's affecting the teeth more than anything else. Well, I saw a clip on Bill Maher, and they said she was paying off a loan at 169 pence or something, and so that was affecting her thinking, and she was blaming that on the fucking left wing. Yeah, when we were, like I said, when we were kids, and my dad's girlfriend, they had 6 kids, and either their house or our house, we used to like just eat fuck. We get the in a slice of loaf, there'd be like 15 to 20 size slices, and we would just get like margarine, and we'd just continually make fucking toast because the bread was so cheap. We used to do that as well. Fucking, I haven't had that for ages. But bread and dripping. You have that? Have you had that in America? Bread and dripping. You know when the if you make some fried food, especially for example beef or something like that, and then it settles in the pan, and then you get the juices of chicken that settles in the pan, and you get some nice jelly. All right, Murray, take care, pal. See you later. Yeah, bubble. I haven't had that for years. That's one of the main ingredients in bubble and squeak, in that brown sauce to put it on. I haven't seen Thingy for a while. Jason. What's up with Jason? Well, I've been busy, so I haven't been posting on Instagram. Can you guys go? Have you got a TikTok account? Can you go and subscribe to me at TikTok? Iwakura Santa. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, well, I upset Danielle because I couldn't accept her money. Well, I don't know. I don't know what it maybe happens for young people, but apparently on TikTok there's a greater chance of you. There's a greater chance of you blowing up, getting famous. There was this one girl. She was on the other day. She said in 5 months, since she started, now she's got 500,000 followers. But like I said, I don't know how that transfers into money. I was watching this fat English kid who was very nice, and I saw him yesterday. Lots of people like donating presents to him. So there was a guy in Wales. There was a guy in Wales that disappeared. Then there was a guy that he donated $20 to my Patreon account, and then I never heard anything from him. And well, Charles Manson said this. I'm not bothered about being famous for being famous' sake, but I'd like to. I wouldn't mind being famous, but getting the side effects from it, the money. So of course I would love that. And that would be the main, the reason for joining was to try and get my songs made. That was the reason. And then Victor just said, make anything. And like an idiot, I did. Yeah, you know that there's a couple in Japan. They may be the most popular. I'm not sure. The ginger-haired girl who I've met and put my arm around, and a boyfriend or husband, and I think she's like a little bit. She's a little bit concerned now because she's ever so petite. So she's a bit concerned because she's famous. What is wrong with your voice, geek? So I remember Ed suggested many years ago about going on Google something, and so if we went on Google and we got like 4 or 5 people chatting, are you saying you wouldn't participate in that? Maybe we should do it just to listen to your voice. We was drinking, well, when things were normal a couple of years ago, and I could afford to go drinking at the hub. I met a mate and his mate, and there was a guy from England, and I don't know if it was this cute little dog, okay. And I don't know if it had an accident or it was like a gene disorder. And I noticed he was talking funny, this guy. The way he spoke, he was just funny. But I did not want to ask, I didn't want to bring it up. And so this American, well, he was Austrian, then he played in America. And all right, Robin. And this guy, like I said, and this German, Austrian American guy, well, he's really Austrian. And he said to him, "What's wrong with your voice?" And this fucking guy just exploded. He goes, "How fucking dare you talk about that?" Like me and my Scottish mate, we're just. And he was teaching. He was teaching in Japan. But like with the strangest of fucking voices. He might have had an accent, I can't remember. All right, Robin. Can't you like have the elocution lessons? Go get punched in the throat. There you go. At least one of us got talent. Well, when you think about it, I'm the wrong person to be fucking hoping for luck. I had 4 numbers the other day, 3 numbers and a bonus number. So it's my kids' birthdays, my ex-girlfriend's birthdays. But it's like 3, and I might get 1,000 or 1,300 yen. That's it. But when you think about it, Robin, they're like these Lotto 6 and this Lotto 7. There's so many weeks when no one wins. So even if you've got like fucking 5 million people, get 5 million people and you can't win, then you really need to have luck on your fucking side, don't you? Or there was an Irish couple I saw, they won over 100 million, I think. Husband and wife. And what they'd done, and I can't remember if they'd been playing the same numbers for 17 years or 37 years, something like that. And they won. And then what they did, they put up a list of so many people who they were going to give like £1 million to or something like that. Was there a big lotto in the States, Ed? I saw one the other week. I was looking. It was a young man. He won 500 million. But and he was getting advice, and they decide. But what you can do is you might as well just fucking take it over 30 years, because if you've got 30 years, let's say So he's still going to get like 15 million, 20 million, between 50 million and 10 and 15. He can sell that to an investment company and they can give him so much money, and then like to reduce the tax losses. Close to $1 billion. Fuck, you know. I didn't see that on the news. I guess the news is being about the new president and the old president. Nearly that must be the highest ever then, yeah? Nearly a fucking billion. Fuck, man. Yeah, there's a great Irish film about the lottery, and it's called Saving Ned or something like that. 800 fucking million. Wow. Well, we have that in Japan, but it's yen. I think the biggest jackpot here is on a game called Big, based on the Football League, and that's Junioku, so that's 12 billion yen. Get some plastic surgery. I was watching this plastic surgeon the other day on TikTok, and it just showed you cutting open this stomach, and there was very strange. There was no blood near the surface, very little blood. Awaking Ned Divine, is it? Yeah, it's a great fucking film. I'll have to watch that again. And it just showed you these bubbles, and they were like beans, like these new teas that are coming out, but they're just like big baked beans, and these were the fat modules. I can't think of a word for it. These were fat things, and they increase and shrink in size depending on if you're losing weight. So if you lose weight, these get smaller, and if you increase weight, these get bigger. But they just look like baked beans. But I don't think I could do that to my body. The Maltese Falcon. That was a good film, wasn't it? Yeah, that's the worst thing you can do, is buy a yacht, mate, because you think you're going to sail around the world. You'll end up getting fucking killed by pirates in the fucking Caribbean. That's one of my regrets in life. I had a chance to sail from the American West Coast to Hawaii, but I didn't want to spend like $300 on a suit, like a proper a seafaring suit. You know what I mean, for the boat. Oh, really? Wow. These little things that you get to know, because obviously everybody's assuming that it's in Ireland. I saw a video called The Irish Pub, and they had about 6 or 10 Irish pubs on, very old pubs in Ireland. It's quite good. Yeah, I don't think that's not a good idea. When you think this is what I never could understand: these massive tankers that are being captured by fucking 10 or 15 blokes on a small fucking boat. Did they never read comics when they were kids, like Boiling Oil or something from the fucking top? Then they were told they couldn't fucking shoot them. They couldn't have, for example, ex-forces on the fucking boat, and they said they can't shoot him. Who fucking knows? Just shoot the cunts and blow the boat up. Room for Romeo Brass. Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess they just fly the actors over there, or they put on an Irish accent. Well, these fucking cunts, they don't seem to give a fuck about the international laws, do they? Yeah, so they have changed the rules then, Geek, eh? Well, I'm trying to think now. Is it Panama? Isn't that where most of the ships are flagged? I mean, all you could do is just. I saw something quite interesting on TikTok, and there are. Have a guess at this then. There are only 4 countries. There are only 4 countries that were never colonized. Which are the 4 countries? I'm gonna have to close this. I need a shit, so I'm gonna have to close this. I'll see you later, guys. I might come back on later tonight. Ooh, I've got to go to the toilet. See you later, guys. Bye bye.